My man looks like he's had his Sasuke moment. Okay? He's been there. He's struggling with it. But it's okay. He's got his chain, so he's not doing too bad. After each death, the pendant increases its death counter. Then when rising, you age the same number of years as your death counter. So yeah, and then on top of that, yeah, how he's saying as you gain on in years, the pendant loses its power up until age of 71, basically. Once you hit 71, you lose all the pendants. Once there are no more coins remaining, you cannot rise again, and your next death leads to game over. Alright, this is your posture, basically. It's called structure in this game. So if you've played Sekiro, like you have that little like line bar that when you're deflecting, once that reaches maximum, you break, and any attack that hits you after, you get damage dealt to you. So structure represents your ability to defend yourself and fight. It's impacted each time you're hit. If you take too many hits, it will break, leaving you open to attacks for a short time, basically what I just said. Deflecting parrying attacks prevents you from having your structure broken. Which doesn't make sense because every time I parry, maybe that's me getting hit. So then again, I'm just so confused. Looking back at my gameplay, I think you need a perfect parry in order to avoid a structure penalty. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Avoiding attacks regenerates a small amount of structure. Bitch, not enough. It's literally not enough to make a damn difference because I be bouncing around that map like crazy. You can break an enemy's structure by attacking and deflecting up their attacks, and then when their structure is broken, then you have the finisher. Yes, we know this. This is just like Sekiro. Once their structure is broken, take them down. Yeah. Game over, give up. After game over, give up, you can choose the level you want to start from among the ones you have unlocked. You'll start the level at the youngest age you were when you reached it. Skills and upgrades unlocked during previous runs will be lost, but all items and intel in the detective board will stay, as well as permanently unlocked skills. I still don't know how to permanently unlock skills. I haven't gotten to that point. I don't fucking understand that. Maybe I don't have enough XP. But why give me? You gain XP by defeating enemies. It allows you to buy skills for your current run. Once a skill has been bought, you can consolidate it to be unlocked across all your runs. So yeah, it is based on XP there. But like, why let me skip? Maybe because that's eventually when you have enough like perma skills. Then it's like, why are you going to refight people to get XP when you're ready to just fight bosses? I don't fucking know. Ground break attacks deal a massive amount of damage to structure damage. You should always try to avoid them, which is when like whatever the fuck is glowing like tries to strike you. Yep, they're indicated by the glowing limbs. Throws cannot be blocked or deflected. You can only avoid them. Sure, whatever. Punish, stun, and daze. Some attacks can be punished by performing the right defense, deflect, or avoid. And this is where like you practice and you play and you learn the style and like what you have to use. Deflect, the attack will be parried, leaving an opponent open to a counterattack or throw. Avoid, time slow down for the duration of the attack. Any hit on the enemy during this window will stun them. Several stuns in a row can lead to a dazed state where opponents cannot defend themselves for a few seconds. Okay. But see, you know what? Another thing they're not explaining to me is the fucking focus attack. What is that? So this is all the XP I have. So now that I'm here, I can like perma unlock stuff. So here I can permanently unlock it. Ground counter. Sure. I mean, I might as well, right? I also really like this one, but I can't permanently unlock it. Okay, so we permanently unlocked something. How is the game? I kind of just wrapped up my thoughts, but it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's a good game. You know, the mechanics, the fighting. I like how it's Mortal Kombat, but in more of like a Hades style, I guess, kind of, not even. I don't know if you can call this a dungeon crawler. I'm not sure. It's a dungeon crawler, street brawler. I don't fucking know. But when you die, that's where the issue comes in. Like, it basically is set up so that you have to start from the beginning. But unlike Hades, where they make it fun because like you start off and you have incentive because now you're stronger than when you first played, and you have like all these new abilities that you can mix and match with. Here, you don't even get enough XP to start where you started at last time. So you only have like 2 combos unlocked and maybe 3 added benefits to your persona. And every time you age, you get in health. It's not roguelike. The levels are the same every time. But it's roguelike in the way that when you unlock things from your first playthrough, you keep those items. So you don't keep your XP, but you keep the items. So there are areas where you can skip the game because you've unlocked a key card for that level already from your first like insta-death. So it doesn't really make sense. So like in that way, I guess it changes, but that's it. Okay, so look here, I'm 20 years old, I'm fresh, spring-eyed, you know, oh yay, right? Sounds weird. Yeah, it's kind of strange. So you just get shortcuts. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. Yeah, instead of roguelike changes, they're just shortcuts. I was vibing with it. When I first started, I was having such a good fucking time. But when you get the permadeath, it's just confusing. Like, it doesn't reward you for dying. And if that's the whole purpose of the game, is to die because you're learning the fighting, you know, like, the methods of fighting, like how you fucking do in these types of games, why are they punishing you for dying? And this is another thing that now I'm just thinking about it. You only get your skills unlocked with your combos if you die or if you interact with the structure. There are only like a set, let's say 3 shrines per level. So if you don't die, you don't get benefits. But again, the purpose is to die, but also you get punished for dying overall, like endgame death. Some of the decisions where they punish and then they reward you, it's just so confusing to me. Not a fan of this camera. The camera didn't bother me too much until like it's slow and then all of a sudden it's not. You know what I mean? How many times can you die? You can die however many times it'll take you to get to the age of 71. The way how you do it, so let's say for instance that my death counter reaches 8, then I only have like 71 divided by 8 times to die until I get my end game. However, my death counter keeps resetting to 0, which means every time I die, I only age by 1 year. So if I were going that route, then I'd have like 70 tries. Well, less than 70, but you get what I'm saying. Because it's like 70, hello? 51 tries. That's a lot. It's a lot if it doesn't compound, because as you like get up, then it starts compounding more and more.